Gav, for the last two games, Hartlepool and Bristol Rovers, fair to say we started well and dominated the opening 25-30 minutes, but after that seems to have either fallen away or the other side have started to dominate, control the game. How do you explain that? What do you think that's down to?
It's hard to bear, really, because in both games we're thinking, how to win the driving seat here. Even more so at Hartlepool because we scored, and you're looking for the group to really drive it home and smell blood and go and get the 3 points, but we've had a few factors, really, that have stemmed the flow of attacks and the momentum in the game. Firstly, we need to grit our teeth, and when we are under 2-3 minutes of pressure, not concede. It's as simple as that. Have greater intensity in our defensive third. Not drop too deep, get right in the faces, make sure we make the blocks, make sure we make the tackles, and make sure we're not beaten easily like we have been in recent weeks.
Yeah, only 30 minutes for those two games. Is that quite a promising sign that we are really getting at teams?
Yeah, because it's the scorelines haven't always been a fair reflection of the territory and the game and the possession and the good football that has been played. You know, I'd be doing a disservice to the players if I just said brandished it all with an atrocious performance. You know, I think even at 3-0 the lads showed spirit and kept trying to go. You know, we had some good performers out there, but when all's said and done, you know, we've conceded a lot of goals this year, and quite often we've had the numbers back there to deal with situations, and we haven't, so that has to be better.
Do you feel like we can learn a lot from games like the Bristol Rovers, and where it's a big crowd, players with a lot of experience in the Football League, and a team that will be charging for the automatic promotion places, no doubt?
Yeah, I mean, let's get it right. These are accomplished teams, big squads. You know, we were talking, I got to see the assistant manager after the game, and he was saying about just how their squad's been added to, and you can see they've got quality when they don't have to be dominant in a game, and they'll put one in the top corner. You go, that was a moment of class, and you've got to give them credit for that. And with their support, didn't need to be roused too much, did they, for it to be a great atmosphere from their perspective. So it's difficult in those environments, but it's one that we should be relishing, really, and enjoying the fact this is what we wanted to be in, you know, in the National League North and National League. And yes, we've slipped up from the early season form, but you've got to show your mettle now, you know, and make sure we dry up the goals that we concede and finish strongly.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're an ambitious group, aren't we? But 14th place after 35 games, is that quite a realistic position for us, do you feel?
Well, I think with the goals scored and goals against, you go, yeah, it is. You know, it's fairly middle of the road. We've scored, you know, a lot of goals, you know, suggest that the creative side and the attacking side, we've got it right. But defensively, or in terms of the amount of mindsets out there who can and will defend, we haven't got that balance right, and that's why we are where we are.
That's hard to fix overnight as well, isn't it?
Of course. You know, and we were never going to have it plain sailing. You know, we knew that 2 years ago. We knew that this summer, electric start. But you have to be realistic. You know, we've built it on a core group that have travelled all this way with us, and we're proud of that fact. And our identity hasn't been about doing like some clubs who've gone up and ripping it up, start again, rip it up, start again. We give people opportunities at this club, and it's up to them to take it.
We've got Tranmere on Tuesday night. How are we looking in terms of the squad? Both Sion, Will missed out of injury, Willness even, and Lewis Page was out of injury. Brahima went off the other day, didn't he? Yeah,
really unfortunate, because I think they alluded to it after the game as well, that he was a big loss for us. You know, we were in the driving seat with him, causing all sorts of problems. Unfortunately, he's out. He's back at Huddersfield today having a scan. Lewis Page looks like he's out for until the end of the season. And Will's still not in after illness over the weekend. But Simon Power hopefully is over the fever he had and will be back in the squad.
We have played Tranmere twice already this season. What have you made of the contest?
Tight games, you know. It's a good place to visit, good pitch. Again, partisan support we have to expect and have to handle. You know, for the same reason, for the grounds, for the names of clubs, these crowds are optimistic now when their fortunes have changed, like at Bristol, Hartlepool, and Tranmere tomorrow. We've got to show the character, being one of the smaller clubs in the league, to handle those setups and to and for our heads not to get fuzzy, just under no pressure at all at times. So we've got to grow, we've got to get better. But it's a challenge, they're a good team, and so we just have to get out there and believe it.
Well, cheers, best of luck.
Thank you.